Two dads with a lot on their mind here at PF International. Welcome back to Absolute Drama. Jnr TKM is up next, and Alex Forward here on the right-hand side only needed an 18th place finish in the pre-final to guarantee himself the title. He DNF'd in 19th place, and Aaron Mills now can steal it from him if he wins the last race of the season. But he's got to win it. He cannot finish second. If he finishes second, he'll be 1 point behind Forward. If he wins the race, he will be a point ahead and will take the title. But he's got quality all round him. Matthew Graham, if he wins the race, he will tie Forward on points, but he'll lose it on countback. So it's only Aaron Mills that can steal it from Alex Forward, and he's going off pole. Forward there down in 19th place. Remember, 18th would have been good enough for him to win the championship. Jake, we're in for an absolute classic.
So dig out the popcorn, and here we go down to the first corner, and already a beautiful start off the line from Matthew Graham as he goes round the outside deep to try and get second position. Mills is still your leader, and already Alex Forward has made up a few places. He's up into 18th position at the moment. Now there's the championship points. Forward cannot score any more points than this because he's got to drop this round as a dropped score. So he's not racing for points. He's racing to try and deny Aaron Mills the race victory. He's got to stop him from winning this race. If Mills wins, he's the champion. If he doesn't, Forward is the champion. It doesn't get closer than that.
It certainly doesn't. Mills just has to win this race. And I can tell you, I spoke to Kyle Hornby and his dad earlier in the day. They are not settling for anything other than a win. There was talk about him allowing people to win, allowing Aaron Mills. Hornby's made it very clear, I'm not allowing anybody to win.
Oh, we've got a spin at the back. We've got a spin.
That's Joseph Rees-Smith.
Yeah, Joseph Rees-Smith. It looks like he's been pitched off there. I think Suzanne Goodsall just went too deep into the corner and ended up tagging the back of Joseph Rees-Smith. It's so easy to lose the kart in those circumstances. Just a little bit of a nudge, that's all it takes. And Joseph Rees-Smith off the road. Now, this is Matt Garrido in the 9 moving up to 3rd. There is Joseph Rees-Smith getting the kart going again. No, he doesn't need any outside assistance. Go on, I can get on the circuit fine. Now, let's see how that happened.
That is Suzanne Goodsall.
Oh, yes. Just got too
Just
close.
a little bit of contact.
That's all it takes at the end of that straight. You're so fast at the end of that straight, and you've got to line up that corner perfectly, and if there's a little bit of contact, it messes up everything. Now there's Graham making his move on the inside of Kyle Hornby, and it looks like James Clark's going to get through as well. No, he doesn't. Clark has the door slammed shut on him, and Hornby now in... Is that fourth position, because obviously we've still got the leader out in front, Aaron Mills, looking like he's got this championship won already, and already there's a problem at the back. I wonder if that's Alex Forward trying to move up and somebody having to take avoiding action. Forward will be tearing through this field as quickly as he physically can. This couldn't be any closer.
Now, Kyle Hornby was a teammate of Alex Forward last year, so if anybody's going to do anybody a favour, Kyle Hornby will certainly be looking to do his former teammate a favour. But has he got the pace, Jake? I don't think he has. He's about to be overtaken by James Clark as Clark pinches him up the inside. So Hornby has not got the pace to do Alex Forward a favour here. It's now down to Matthew Garrido possibly.
Well, Forward has definitely charged his way through the field. I'm trying to count karts and figure out where he is. I think he's in about 15th at the moment, Forward, so he's definitely making up places, just in front of the 21 of Jack Davidson there, the Scot. So he has made up some good ground, but it's nowhere near good enough to deny this man, Aaron Mills, at the moment. Second is Matt Garrido, then Graham, then Clark, and then Kyle Hornby down in 5th position, and he's under threat now. Cameron Fisher is piling on the pressure in 6th place, so it could be a very interesting battle all the way down to the wire here.
What a lead. I tell you what, if you wanted to win a race early doors, it's amazing the lead that Aaron Mills has pulled out already. However, he's out on his own, and now he's got Matthew Garrido with Matthew Graham pushing Garrido along. They're going to be working together to get back to the leader. And at the moment, Aaron Mills has got the championship in his pocket. But if one of these two drivers gets past him, of course, Matthew Graham needs to win the race himself. He will tie the championship with Alex Forward, but Forward will win it on countback. And just to be clear, on countback, if you tie on points, it's your drop score that then comes into the reckoning. And here comes Alex
contact, and that's given Forward 2 more places.
2 places.
That is Ryan Edwards and Kieran Carr tangling, and that's given a big opportunity for Alex Forward. That could be a championship winning moment there, because he's made up 2 places at a critical moment in the race. Now, by my calculation, that puts him up to 11th place now. So Forward is just outside the top 10.
Not close enough to get to this leader, though, I don't think. I mean, still plenty of time to go, but I'm not sure he's got that sort of pace. These engines, we were talking about X30 engines earlier on, these engines are the definitive level playing field in karting. They have been for a generation. They're so close. It's all about driving talent, and Mills is coming under pressure as these two get closer.
I love this section of the circuit because drivers are able to gain such an advantage as Fisher makes his move on Hornby, and Goodsold looks like she's trying to make her impression too. She's made up a place up into 7th position. And look back, Forward is now into 10th position. Forward is now up to 10th place. So he is making ground.
Anderson Chilcott up the inside of Suzanne for a place.
Yeah, and also in that gaggle is George Sutton, the 44. So there's a brilliant battle on the outskirts of the top 10. And Forward is catching all of them at this stage. Here is Fisher, then Hornby, Chilcott, Goodsold, Sutton, and then it is Alex Forward. So he's in contention, probably not for the race.
On board the helicam, look how close it's getting at the front. You can see he's being hunted down. Mills, the leader. His dad will be having kittens later in the race, still as you were a couple of laps further on, but even tighter now as Raul Garrido puts the pressure on the 54. Raul Garrido in the red suit, easy to spot always in this championship. He will look at me to be taking a win here. He's not doing anybody any favours.
Oh, Forward's in this gaggle of karts. Look, he's right on the back of Chilcott, who is trying to make his move for Hornby. What a move on the inside line, and he's going to make that stick. Forward's going to try and go around the outside of him. He can't quite make the move, but he is right in that gaggle of karts. But this is where the championship is going to be won or lost. Matt Raul Garrido versus Aaron Mills. If Raul Garrido gets through, yes, he's done it. He's done it. So that means that Forward will now be the champion by 1 point. And here comes Graham.
Mills is defending. He can't afford to defend at this stage. If he starts defending, he'll allow Garrido to get away. He can only be thinking of the win. So I'm not so sure he was thinking very clearly there. That could have gone very pear-shaped. If he'd have run into Matthew Graham trying to defend that spot.
Absolutely. The best form of attack now is offensive. He's just got to go for it. He cannot afford to finish in 2nd place behind Raul Garrido. It's now or never into the first corner. Very close indeed. Aaron Mills might get an opportunity. He's having a look. He's got plenty of space, but he just can't find the way on the inside line here. And he's got, let's have a look at what happened. This is Forward trying to make his move on Jack Davidson. He's made the move. Carl Hornby's gone through with him, has he? Oh, a little bit of a tangle as Hornby tries to get through, and it's a bit of a bucking bronco, a bit rallycross there from Davidson, and I think that's his race over. Oh, arm in the air.
Here comes Mills for the lead, and Mills back into the championship lead. He's got the race lead and the championship in his pocket now. Garrido looking up the inside, so 6.92 against Forward 6.91.
It really could not be any closer than this. This is for the championship. Mills has got to win this race, and Graham is right on the tail of Raul Garrido. They're pushing each other forward. They've got to prevent Aaron Mills from winning this race. In terms of their own end to the season, they want to finish on a high, and Graham in particular wants to tie this championship, but he's not going to get an opportunity if Raul Garrido is in his way. And Mills, look, he's got a crucial 2 to 3 kart length gap already, so this really could be the moment that defines this championship, but neither of the two men behind him are giving up. They are pushing on.
As it comes towards the end of the race, I wonder if Garrido will start to defend at some points, and that will allow Mills just to get away. And it's amazing. You've got to hand it to Aaron Mills. He's been under such pressure, but he's withstood that, and he's still now got this lead, 2 or 3 kart lengths. That's all he needs, but he's got to stay there.
Here comes Graham up the inside. Graham makes the move as we have a retirement. That is the 29 of Matthew Taylor. His race and his season is over. However, the battle is still raging on behind. The 23 there trying to close up on that battle outside the top 10. That's Ethan Pitt trying to get his way forward. But Graham is up to 2nd place at a crucial moment in this race. He's now got the chance to charge after Aaron Mills. Both these men trying to go to the top of the table, but only one of these men can actually become champion, because if Graham gets into the lead and ties the points, he will only go level with Forward. He won't win, and through goes Raul Garrido.
That's just handed Aaron Mills the title. He set the fastest lap at 1 minute 0.58, but that move there by Raul Garrido for 2nd place, that has handed Aaron Mills the title now, Jake.
Corners to go, and there's certainly no love lost between these two drivers on the Jade karts. Raul Garrido and Graham, he's coming for him again in the 70 round the outside. It's all gone. Mills has got a gap. He's going to be able to wrap up this championship now. Round Garrido defends valiantly. Graham is trying to get him on the undercut. He can only get second from this race, which would be good enough for third in the points. They're swarming around all over the place. Round Garrido is not letting him through. Absolutely amazing. But this man has put in so much hard work. It looked like it was over coming into this weekend. He has been handed victory from the jaws of defeat. It couldn't be any tighter. It couldn't be any closer. But Aaron Mills has done it in fine style out of the final turn. And Aaron Mills is the champion in Jnr TKM. Absolutely amazing. What a way to end the season. And he takes the title by just one crucial point. Forward's title to lose, and Mills grabbed it from him.
Well, the last lap me and Matt were fighting. I just got him coming out of the second hairpin. It's really tight. There was a tiny bit of contact, but it was mostly clean and good battle through the race. We had good pace all the way through, good kit, and it's a great way to end a good season. I'd like to thank all the people I didn't get to thank last time. My sister, for her sister's friend Rosie, and everyone else who's helped me along the way too. I also like to say thank you to Jade.
Matthew, you finished 4th overall in the championship, a really good race today. Just talk us through your last couple of laps.
Oh, well, yeah, like you said, 4th championship's really good. And last couple of laps, I was leading, and Aaron got me second hairpin. Exactly a lap later, Matt got me as well. So down to 3rd, and I was worrying a bit, like, oh, what am I going to do now? Then I managed to get Matt somewhere. And from there on, I had a great battle with Matt. I just about came up on top, so really pleased. And just like to thank Jade Karts and Jade Engines for the kit. I'd like to thank Chris Lamar for the great mechanicking. I'd also like to thank my dad for making it all possible.
Aaron, Jnr TKM Super 1 British champion, what does that feel?
Oh, it feels great. At the start, I had a really good start, got into the lead and just tried to push from there. Garrido caught me up towards the end in hairpin 2 and overtook me. Next lap, I overtook Garrido, and it seems like them two had a little collision and then just managed to get away on the last lap and win.
And did you realise at the time, like, you've won it by 1 point today? Did you realise out on the track how close it was going to be?
Yeah, nerves were really getting to me in that race, because I knew that I needed 1 point more to win. I'd like to say thank you to my sisters, my dad the mechanic, and just whole of Litchfield Motorsport for helping me this year, and to Asda for supporting me all year.
Great end to the season for Aaron Mills, wins it by 1 point. Don't forget, Alex Forward only needed 18th out of 22 runners in final 1 to secure the title. He finished 19th and handed the opportunity to Aaron Mills, and he has grabbed it with both hands. Join us after the break, because we've got more excitement from you in the TKM Extreme class.